What's up, good people, and welcome to another Morning Money Motivation. I hope you are doing extremely well, and if not, I hope that we can change that in the coming moments. Today, I wanted to talk about the topic of getting what you want. How do you get what you want? How do we get what we want in life when we are searching for things that we want, when we are searching for the lives that we want to live? How do we actually get to the point where we are accomplishing those things? Now, I have to say that there are many different ways to do the things that we want to do in life. There are so many different paths that we can take. And it's really, based on the individual. So, it's very important that we do understand that something that may work for one individual may not necessarily work for another. But in that, there are, concrete things that kind of set us up to be in the right frame of mind to get to where we need to get in life. And those are the things that I want to talk about here today. So first, as we just said, getting in the right frame of mind is one of the first things that you can do to get the things that you want in life, whether that be more money for, yourself or your family, a different kind of job, better health or whatever, what have you. How do we do that? How do we get in the right frame of mind to get what we want? And I think, starting with understanding what it is that we want to achieve is kind of the first step to that. So, before you start out on a path to do anything, I think it's a good idea to sit down and really kind of map out some things that you want in life. Not saying that those things are going to be concrete or fixed because, as we move through lives, some things change. Sometimes we, may set out on one course and think that we are, going down the right path, but we may find that we are going down a path that we don't want to go down. And, it's okay to change that. It's okay to move into a different vein. But I think, definitely having, kind of a roadmap to the things that you want to do in front of you will really give you that opportunity to start on the right foot. So that is the first thing. Really do have that roadmap and really do sit down with your, kind of the things that you want to do and, put those things in front of you. The next thing you want to do is to kind of map out how to achieve those things, whether that be the different steps to, getting from point A to point B, and whatever it is, you want to know what those things are. A lot of times I think, and I know we've talked about this before, a lot of times, we kind of start running full speed with things that we really don't know anything about. And, that's a recipe for getting into a cycle of doing the same things over and over and over again without the proper results or without the results that you desire. So it's very important that you do understand the steps involved, and that will go a long way into helping you get what you want out of any situation. So really do that, set out on the path, understand what it is that you want, have a clear picture, and then, really meticulously evaluate every step that's involved with getting whatever that is that you're trying to get. And obviously the next thing is, setting out, doing those steps, really take that seriously. And this is something that a lot of times people get tripped up on is, we want to, jump through steps. We want to get from point A to point Z without going through the steps that we need to go through to, really get to those points. So really take that seriously. I think, sometimes if we take this step seriously, it actually sets us up for, succeeding in a lot of things, because it becomes a habit. Once you start to take steps seriously in your life, in whatever you're doing, you start to understand the mechanics of achieving things. And, it's as simple as that. A lot of times people don't understand the mechanics behind achieving things because they're not following those directive steps to getting from one point to the next. It's very easy to get caught up in the nostalgia or the idea of being at the end or the end result of something and not really, valuing everything that comes in between. So, it's very important that we see that for what it is and start to take those steps seriously. Now, this is an important part of achieving what you want that is oftentimes overlooked because we get so fixated on the end result that we don't really take a moment to evaluate how the thing that we're after is making us feel, or what it's doing to us, what it's doing for us and what it's doing for our mindset, and how it really ultimately affects our lives. It's very important that we do that, because sometimes you end up in a situation where you were really gung-ho about something, you were really excited about achieving something, and it was something that you felt that you really wanted. And as you start to set out on a course to complete that thing or get that thing, you realize that it's something that's not really benefiting you. But oftentimes we'll continue doing it because we are so fixated on getting to that end result. And you may get to that point where you realize, oh man, I really wish I wouldn't have given the amount of time that I've given to this, or really been too involved in this process, because it's something that is really not benefiting me or giving me the result that I was looking for. So it is very important that you take that moment to really evaluate how something is making you feel, or what it is doing for you or not doing for you in the short term, so that you can take effective steps toward that or away from that if that is the situation that you're in. The next thing is to really understand when you have achieved what you set out to achieve. And I know this is something that seems kind of simple and a no-brainer, but a lot of times it's not. A lot of times we work so hard towards goals, and we get so focused on working towards goals that we don't know when we have actually won. We don't know when we've actually achieved the thing that we set out to achieve. We kind of get in this perpetual state of, oh, if I just do one more thing, then I'll feel like I've reached this plateau or reached the place that I want to be in this thing. And you have to be able to really recognize when you have won the battle, when you have really achieved what you wanted to achieve. You have to be able to recognize that and really enjoy yourself in it. It's really important that we are able to take a step back and really enjoy the things that we set out to achieve, and especially when we have worked very hard to achieve those things, and not just continue to toil in it just because we can. And that happens. We sometimes we continue to toil and continue to fight in situations where we've already won the battle. So knowing that you've won and knowing that you've already achieved the thing that you set out to achieve is the final step to really getting what you want. I hope this has been extremely helpful for someone. And until we talk again, I wish you health, wealth, and freedom.